deadly shooting in Northwest Springfield tonight. The homicide happened on Chestnut Expressway.
23-year-old Chandler Sweeney was shot and killed at his home on West Chestnut Street in Springfield Monday
Shelley
night.
Larrick lost her youngest son, Chandler. Monday night, she rushed to the scene.
Larrick says she wants to see change in the community after 2020 broke the record number of homicides.
As she faces a mother's nightmare, Shelley reminds others to never waste a day.
Larrick says she will now focus on her efforts to preserve Chandler's memory.
We extended this deck out afterwards, so if I'm being, the exact spot was here, he'd come out here and set, but he would set, you know, right out here, and I remember him saying, like, just sitting here and coming out here with him, and he's like, now this is how you heal. This is how you get better. You know, this is perfect. So I definitely think of him, you know, sitting here. So we sit out here a lot in the early evenings, and there's lots of butterflies that come in here, and birds. Obviously, I scared all the birds away, but we have hummingbirds and little white butterflies. Anyway, so I think of Chandler a lot when we're out here. This was probably his favorite spot, you know, the weeping willow trees and just the nature, you know. He loved this spot.
I think the thing that has kept me around for so many years in this particular building is because of you don't know what you're walking into on any given day. I take it very seriously that when they see me in the morning, I'm smiling, and I ask them how their night was because I genuinely want to know, because I don't know what they go to every single night. My name's Casey Rogers, and I'm the facility manager of Excel School here in Springfield, Missouri. Shelley and I met through a mutual friend through the Visu services. The initial phone call that we had with one another, turns out that the untimely death of her son, the person that was directly involved with that was one of my very first advocates that I ever worked with in this building. So that young man was very special to me. I knew him in a very different way.
We haven't talked about this either. So when I think about Paul, I do think about when he was sitting here in the rooms of DYS. Casey, like I went out on social media and I saw Paul 10 years ago. I mean, he was doing this little music mix and he was thinking and dreaming about what he wanted to be. So I appreciate your honesty saying he was special to you, and that's why you're doing what you do after 20 years, and I'm so grateful. And Casey, like, I don't know, like we all just knew in our hearts and our souls, like, that it was something bigger, you know, so.
It seems like forever, but it was just 3 years ago that I got to meet, and it all started just with a phone call. So, referring to Paul, the day that he graduated our program and went back to public school, he joined the baseball team, and he hit a home run. He'd brought me his first home run ball. He signed it for me and I put it in the trophy case, and I still have it. Just look at it every day.
I feel like you earn the right for people to listen to you, but you still don't get, like, my child was murdered, the whole world must change, right? Is that too much to ask for? It's a small thing to ask. Everybody has to get better, do better, be better. Just a little bit better. My son was murdered, right? Like, That's the hope, you know. And that's what I tell those kids, we're not giving up on you. We're not. But those kids started sharing these things, you know, and it was so much. Like one little girl behind there, she already had a keychain of several months of being clean and sober in a keychain. Like these kids are 14, 15, 16, like kids are growing up so fast. Like that child had lived a lot of years, you know, and just, so I can understand it at that level. You know, and I can, and that's probably why I don't hold hate for Paul, because I could see him sitting in those chairs. But he's already made that choice. He's already lost his right to walk among society. He has. But he's still here on this earth, and I hope he chooses to do something better.
The Springfield family is finally getting some closure and justice. Chandler Sweeney's killer, Paul Morales, will spend life in prison.
Shelley Larrick is Sweeney's mother. She says she's satisfied with the judge's decision to put Morales behind bars for a long time.
This does give us closure on the path to justice.
But, she says, not closure on the path to peace.
I could go in a dark hole, or I could go and try to help the very same type of individuals that ended up making poor choices and killing my son. There has to be good that comes from it, because my son would have been here on earth. There's no telling what he would have accomplished. So my goal is, you know, with our Do Better, Be Better theme, the scholarships and helping at-risk youth, is to have a positive legacy for Chandler.
She hopes her son's death will help bring positive change and prevent other parents from feeling indescribable pain.
The juvenile justice world needs more people to see our kids through a different lens. Hi, my name's Trish Long. I work for the Missouri Division of Youth Services. I have the privilege of working with all of the residential and day treatment programs in the Southwest region. And we serve kids, and we try to make a difference in kids' lives. After Shelley had gotten connected to the Springfield Advocates for Youth with DYS, she certainly saw that our kids have a need, and Shelley's heart was really evident from the first moment that I met her. There has been a real uptick in juvenile justice crimes across the United States nationwide, and that is not specific to the state of Missouri.
The younger population is dying at a higher rate, and I believe these statistics are going to start coming in, and we're like, what is happening? Like, we're losing our babies to violence, to suicide. Babies commit suicide? This 14-year-old young man, he reminded me of Chandler, one of Chandler's friends, like he was a band nerd or something, you know, but I loved him, I adored him. And he said, thank you for sharing that, because that allows me to see how my mom would have felt. My mom found me 2 weeks ago. She came and got me off a rope, or he was hanging himself. I told that boy, you know, I feel like I don't want to be here some days. And we made a commitment in front of a bunch of other kids too. I'm not going to make a mistake, and I'm not going to do something stupid. And you're not going to do that either, are you? And he said, no, ma'am. You know. Maybe he's saving my life, I don't know.
Oftentimes, our youth are looked at as folks that have broken the law. There's very little hope for them, and Shelley's process says something different.
Hi, I'm Emily from Springfield, Missouri. I was just really surprised that I had won the scholarship, and just, I don't know, just over the moon, just like, wow, everything is gonna be okay. Within a month, I mean, I had put a down deposit on another apartment and started fresh. I finished driver's school, and now I have a car and beautiful place downtown. You know, have the simple life. I'm in bed by 9 o'clock. I never thought that was gonna ever happen. And so I think, you know, you just have to be hopeful, and you just have to want it all though too. Sister is gonna be graduating. I'm very excited. She's followed in my footsteps. She's going to excel. They're just They're a great school, and they've just really helped her. She's going to become a mother at a young age, and so I'm just so happy she's able to finish school and continue her journey.
It's like the most emotional day of the year because it's it's a big deal. Today's a big deal.
Class of 24, welcome. You did it. I hope each and every one of you are proud of the work that you did to get here today. And it wasn't just their journey, it was your journey too. So can we get a round of applause for them?
There's kids that never thought they'd get here. There's families that never thought their kid would get here. There's families that nobody else in the family has gotten to graduation.
Hi, my name is Dave. Thank you all for being here today. I wanted to start off by saying thank you to everyone for this opportunity. Before DYS, I didn't have high expectations for myself. I expected to be a high school dropout, to be a disappointment. I expected to go through life falling off like everyone else. But I have gained people in my life who have helped me realize that I am capable of more than I ever thought. If I could give one piece of advice, I'd tell you, instead of doing the work, seek it out, do the work so you don't have to come back. Do it so you can actually change. Do it right the first time.
You could tell in the audience just how proud and excited they are. When we work with these kids day in and day out, and some days are tough, and some days we think they're not going to make it and we're spinning our wheels, and then they make it. For us staff too, that were like, oh, that's why we do this.
Hi, I'm Dana Carter. I'm the Education Program Manager for DYS in the Southwest region of Missouri.
Why am I getting emotional?
So many of these kids have had bad experiences in school. They've been that kid that's always sent to the principal's office. And our job here is to help them have a good educational experience.
They are coming out for the presentation of the Do Better, Be Better Scholarship. Shelley and Michael's son Chandler was shot and killed in February of 2021. Following Chandler's death, his parents created, along with the help of Jim, a scholarship to represent hope, promote healing, and carry on Chandler's legacy of giving. Shelley made the decision to award this scholarship to a DYS student who is choosing to do better and be better in their life. I spent some time with Shelley, and I would describe her as an ambassador of change. She's a difference maker. Shelley is a person who runs to a challenge rather than away from it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a woman of strength to this podium.
But it just keeps ringing in my ears, you know. Nobody in this room is giving up on you. Nobody, you know. Unfortunately, you have to go through some hard stuff. Like, so the people, I just want you to think about that. Like, everybody probably in this room has gone through some extreme devastation. But yet you're still here and you're moving forward. But I just want you to remember that, because when it doesn't seem like it, whether it's the parents in the audience or the graduates, that you have immense wisdom to offer. I am just extremely excited to announce the winner of the Do Better, Be Better Scholarship for 2024 is Zane Alexander.
We're a line of
kids that were coming up to shake her hand, give her a hug, thank her, say, I'm sorry that you've had these things happen in your life. I think what Shelley is doing, the way that she is leading this charge and the way that she is truly trying to be a change agent, we need more of that.